So we're here now at the Daytona exhibition in the Motor Museum at Gaydon, and on display here is everything from the first bike in '66 through to the modern triple-cylinder bikes that we recognise from the Hinckley period of Triumph. Nick's going to show us some of those highlights and examples of what you can expect to see here at the exhibition. So Nick, this is a significant machine here.
This one really here is the bike that started it all. This is a 2006 675. Big departure from Triumph, going to a full-blown 3-cylinder sports bike, lightweight, fuel injected, cast frame, all the balls and gadgets, and that's where it started from. So the genesis of the 675 came from this.
And this was significantly different then to the 4-cylinder ones that had been quite successful on the track before as well, haven't they?
They've been successful, but Triumph wanted to diversify, to go away from 4 cylinders and move to a twins and 3 cylinders, of which this was the first of the small triples.
And this gave them a real USP compared to the CBR 600Rs and the R6s.
They were all 4 cylinders.
Yeah.
So it was nice to be different, and it gave us a bit of an edge.
And this went on to be pretty much not just good on the road and very capable, but a real weapon on the track.
This really went on to be good on the track as well.
And we've got some examples of those in the exhibition here as well.
Yep.
So we'll go and take a look at some of those now.
Yep. So this here is the Glenn Richards championship winning bike of 2008. So in a very short period, from 2006 to 8, 2 years, this bike evolved from a road bike into a very competitive race bike and won the 2008 Supersport Championship.
This is quite a recognisable bike, the Smith's Triumph from the Isle of Man TT, and very significant because it was successful, wasn't it?
It won in 2014 with Gary Johnson on board.
And it's a full, 137 brake horsepower on this bike. And much work to get this successful on the road compared to the track, or
it's basically a bit of valve timing, compression ratio, a lot of mapping, obviously, a lot of refinement,
and a good rider.
And a good rider, yeah.
So this is a very famous bike, and currently the hottest rider in road racing. Yep. What's this one, Nick?
This is Peter Hickman's 2019 675. Again, the last iteration and development of a 675 engine. It's now makes about 134 horsepower, but it's got a good spread of power.
Yeah.
So the previous one was a bit peaky. This one's got more torque in the mid-range.
And obviously this bike was successful in 2019, still competitive today as well.
Finished second and third this year,
just missed out to Michael Dunlop.
But so it's still competitive.
But a bike in its final evolution, still showing that it's right up there with the best.
Yep.
And it's an absolutely stunning machine. And you can't miss this one with all the graphics on it. Very famous bike.
Commonly known as the Trooper.
So before the 3-cylinder bikes, there were 4-cylinder versions of the Daytona. Wow. And this one, Nick?
Yeah, this is in 2004, Valmoto and 2 riders, Jim Moody and Craig Jones, were racing these in the British Supersport Championship. So it's a fuel-injected 4-cylinder, built by Triumph to compete with the Japanese, which was a pretty good attempt. The race bike was excellent. It finally ended up winning the last round at Donington Park in 2004. And the previous year, it won the TT with Bruce Anstey.
Fantastic. So it had some great success. Yeah. Fantastic, right. And this colour scheme, I really remember this from back in the day, the bright yellow with the Union Jack on the front as well. You get the special edition versions of it. It really did look the business.
It stood out. It was lovely.
Great on the track, great for marketing, great on the road.
Brilliant handling.
Very good at what it did. So right the way through to the final iteration of the Daytona Triple as we know it today is this stunning 765 limited edition, which, well, it's a special machine, celebrates the link-up really with Moto 2 as well, isn't it, Nick? So it's got some really trick parts on it, this has.
It's got lots of carbon fibre. It's really very pretty little bike. Makes 130 horsepower, 765 engine, obviously, to link with Moto 2, and really is the last of our current Daytonas.
And this is where the legend lies at the moment.
At the minute.
This collection that's on display here really does show the full story of the Daytona from '66 right up to the present day, or 2020 version that we see here. So if you want to learn more about the Triumph Daytona, come along to the museum, British Motor Museum here at Gaydon, and check out the latest exhibition that we've got.